Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, it's Tuesday's request day. Today's map is not the one that was published on the weekend. Yes, I do actually publish the maps in advance over on patreon.com/BonBonB. It is free to view, you do not need an account, and you can just check out and see what's coming up if that's what you want to do. Anyway, the map I was going to review is a little bit broken. I spent 2.5 hours trying to fix it. The creator is fully aware of the problem and hopefully we'll be able to fix it. I couldn't find the problem. I couldn't do it, so hopefully they'll be able to put it right and we'll do that in the upcoming weeks. Meanwhile, we have...
It's my first map.
That's right, and we also have very little time to say the words. Well, it's about time we had a daily reminder. That's right, those 6 hours 15 minutes are actually including the 2.5 hours I spent trying to get the other map to work, because it was still work time. Today's map is Potomac Plateaus by Ashlanki62. Ashlanki? I'll go with that. And Potomac, according to Google, is, I think, the correct pronunciation. There's your start square. That looks very workable, doesn't it? I think. And then we have plenty of flat buildable space with highways. You can make out the highways as well. Very clean. And then resources, a bit dotty, but hey, do you know what? They're strong and they are very workable as well. Can't complain about that one. And if you have Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, I would say the fishing map is pretty strong as well. Including some offshore tuna. Good to see. Okay, off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, no DLC is required today. We'll be using the Cedar Valley 4K theme and the photorealistic LUT final by Reaper. Good old Reaper, class creator. And then we've got a decent write-up. Always do like a decent write-up, don't you? So yes, oh look, there's a little shout out to BonBonB at the bottom there. Who is this BonBonB that people keep shouting out? I do not know. We have a one-click collection. Now the one-click collection isn't the world's longest, but it does have more than average in here. We've got network extensions 2 in there as well, and then we have a few trees and keys and rocks and stuff. Was there rocks? I think there was rocks. I might be wrong on the rocks. Anyway, we're off. We're down to ground level, and we've got a pretty decent looking map. One thing to be said for it: loads of build space. There's no argument we have a ton of build space. Now the lane splitting is okay. It could be better aligned. We've aligned some highways recently, so I'm not going to do that on today's show. But yes, they could be more straight on. It's not easy to do well, and it does, if you push it too hard, want to start glitching. So it's finding that like the biting point when you're driving the car. You know, if you're driving a stick car, not one of these automatics, America. If you're driving a stick car, then yes, finding that biting point that the engine just starts pulling you away before you actually release everything, and off you go. So yes, there is a biting point for how far you can push these roads before they start squinting at you and saying, ouch, this really hurts. And yeah, and then finding the angles to get everything to actually look like it's intended and that you're not trying to hide something. Yeah, it's all in the practice. That said, what we've seen here today, there's nothing wrong with it. There's genuinely nothing wrong with it. It's stock standard highway slip roads. Intersection here, a big old raised roundabout there. We're not even stopping for this one because today we've got another map with so much stuff that we could spend dipping in and dipping out and looking at stuff. We've got quite an extensive highway and rail network as well. And again, if I don't skim over a few little basic things, we just spent 25 minutes looking at a map again. And I don't want this to become a half-hour show. I want to keep it to 20 minutes-ish. Maximum, if I can, where I can. Okay, so we have ourselves a wishbone here. It's okay, it's fine, it's fairly slick. There's no glitching or clipping or anything like that going on. And again, the merge lanes are perfectly okay. The only thing that I could say coming out of that one is we go into that intersection from a dip. and it might have been better to actually put the intersection also into a little bit of a dip, possibly. I mean, just working with the terrain to make the whole thing run a bit smoother. Again, it's far from horrendous. I've got nothing really to grumble about. I'm just talking about things going up to the next level, and that's all we can ever want. That's all we can ever want. Every creator to do their best and to improve. And I'm pretty sure from what I can see here that this creator is definitely going to be improving. We've not that we've got bad work, but we're seeing work here which is strong enough to show that they actually care about what they're doing. And creators that care, that's your Start Square area, by the way. Creators that care, well, they tend to get better because they spend time looking at where they can improve, and then they improve. So that's when I say that they will improve. I think they'll improve because they care, and that's good. That's a good thing. Makes me all gooey inside. Ugh. I should see the doctor about that one. Anyway, following the highways, there's a very strong highway layout. You can see here we've got good traffic flow at the moment as well, and plenty of little intersections in place to get you started. I do like that kind of thing as well. I mean, if you want to play the 9-tile game, great. But if you want it all unlocked and just to get going and to save you the bother of placing an intersection, that's all pretty good as well. The bridges there aren't particularly aligned at this end. There we go. They're not aligned at this end. One could be, I don't know whether I'll bring one out or the other one back, or I'll probably meet them in the middle actually. One of them was right up to the river's edge, but the other one was quite a long way in. So yeah, probably I would find the middle ground on those two, if it were me. But it's not me. And is there anything wrong with it? Debatable, isn't it? Always debatable. Right, so we've seen the start square. Coming up to our next intersection up here, I think we might take a left at this one, because we'll only be seeing more of the same if we keep going. And if we can get to the edge of the map, that certainly looks like the edge of the map over there, then we can we'll switch over to the rail. And the rail is as strong as the roads. So we'll enjoy a decent trip along the tracks, I feel. And another one of these intersections. Very, very neat. just good clean quality. Good clean quality. Well, we have got quite a lot of some features. We've got some I'm gonna say a great quality feature. We got some features coming up in the second half of the show, including a water feature that I just do not buy into. Something to look forward to. Right, okay, the rail comes in from the edge of the map. It immediately splits. And then we have one that nips off to the right there. You can probably see some hedge work on the left there. We'll have a look at that in the second half of the show. It reminds me of something, and I'll talk about that when we get there. And it's annoying me. It's really annoying me. And I'm sure somebody's going to say to me instantly, no, BonBon, what you're seeing there is. And then they'll tell me, and it'll put me out of my misery. Hopefully the creator will tell me what it is. And which way up it goes, because that's the other thing. I can't quite work out which way up it's supposed to go. We'll get to that and something else down the line for us to talk about. So yes, what else is going on? Where on earth am I? My new series, which is not so new now, it's been up about 5 or 6 weeks. I've switched from VR now, and we're playing GeoGuessr instead off the PC. That will be as live tonight. It's going to be as a premiere, so you'll be able to comment along in the chat and place your guesses as you're going along. Along with me, I'll be in the chat as well as a lot of the regulars too. So yes, join me at 6 o'clock UK time tonight, or any time thereafter, because it becomes just a YouTube video after the live premiere. It's not live. It's as live. It's not streamed. Anyway, join me for that one. I will look forward to seeing you then, chatting with you in the comments and all that sort of stuff. And yes, it just drops you somewhere in the world, and I ask myself, where on earth am I? And I've got 5 minutes to work out where I am, to the meter if I can do it, and I have. Will I do it? Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to the edge of the map. Thank goodness for that. I was filling at the end, and the rail hits the edge of the map right about there.
Do you watch BonBon with your morning coffee? Do you want to feel closer to the show? Then you need either the modern or retro mug from BonBonB. Click the information button now.
And back to Potomac Plateaus by Ashlanky62 and the shipping routes. Got a nice little shipping triangle going on there, and the shipping lane comes up and through the bridge. It's a little bit awkward through the bridge, but it's clean, just awkward. And I would have stopped short of the bridge personally. I don't think it really matters that much to go through the bridge. Plenty of opportunities to get your docks in and harbour along the coast there. Water flow. Well, we got strong water flow, then we have a dam, and then we have infrastructure in place. You can see there we've got placements already for pumps and all that sort of stuff. And so yeah, that follows all the way down towards Start Squareville and where you're going to be doing all of your building. And then down here, if you keep following it down, we have sewage outlets somewhere. Anyway, we've got strong water flow in the river if you want to ignore that. Just thought I'd tell you that one, because just because it's all in place doesn't mean you have to use it. Now we've got a little village here in terms of interesting detailing areas. I quite like this. Got a little plopped Bonbon house, not Bonbon Island. We've got a Bonbon house there. It's not totally dissimilar to where I actually live at the moment, although I am part of a parade. And we've got a little bit of river detailing there, and a little bit of another ford over here. Quite nice. I don't often see people attempting to do fords. I think that's a very valiant attempt. We've got a spiral of oak trees over this part of the map, something we've never seen before, and I approve. I'm confused, but I approve. Now, one thing we didn't see earlier were trees on the road. There are a couple of places where we do have trees on the road, but yeah, there's one of them. Don't know what this is. It's the world's shortest airport, possibly. But it's not just there. We also have the very same thing over here. And you've probably seen one over the other side of the highway over there as well. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know whether they're not supposed to be there, or whether there's some sort of glitching going on. I do not know. What I do know is that they're easy to get rid of. Now over here we've got, this is all ore down here. It's an unconventional quarry. I think actually if it were me, I'd get rid of that middle road that's cutting through the middle of the quarry there. Just use a road around the outline just to highlight where it is. It'd make it slightly less fussy. It's not a problem, just make it a bit clear. This I don't understand. It reminds me of a badge of a German footballing team. I could be wrong. I don't know if it's supposed to be that way up or this. It might be this way up. I do not know. Somebody tell me. What is that? It's very good, whatever it is. But what is it? I need to know. All right. What more have we got going on? We have some rivers. We have a custom bridge down here. Very strong custom bridge. I think it might be a bit overplayed for what's needed, but it's very strong, and I have no grumbles about the quality of it. So there is that. And a very good, strong layout of the map. What more have we got going on? I know there's some more stuff. It's all dotted around, and I've got to find it again now. Where were we going next? Oh, I tell you what. We have first of all some wool work going on down here. I don't know what that was. It could be prehistoric, or it could no, it wouldn't be. It could be medieval. We've got some sort of parking area here, although there's not actually any parking going on there. And then we have, ooh, it's a castle. Now this is a proper castle. We've even got the old Park Life pillars there to make it look a bit like a wooden bridge. It works quite well. I think we can give credit for that. And as shapes of castles go, I'm okay with the shape. The entry would be very hard to attack. You come in, you get forced around the outside. If you take the wrong turning, you would end up in that dead end there. Do you know what? I like that. I think that's clever work. And all told, as castles go, I quite like the shape and the design of this one. I do question the moat. I do question, where is the water coming for that moat? This is an elevated area. I don't know. Somebody's climbing up that hill every morning with several thousand buckets of water. It confuses me. That's Lanky. What are you doing to my head? You confused me. Other than that, I really like that castle. Again, down here, it does feel like this is like a parking area, but we've filled it with plants. So it's not a parking area, but it feels like it should be. And then down here, got the old boardwalk, followed by a viewing platform over the waterfall. That's very nice. That's very nice. And then over here, just a little feature area there. I'm not excited about that, but you know what? I like the idea that it's there. Okay, anyway, speaking about being there, we need to be over there because it's time to have a look at the start square and our asset of the day. Where is it? It's the NZ, New Zealand, Beehive Parliament building by AliTarGz. This is really, really nice. And the thing is, when searching for this on Find It, I discovered something else. And I'll be showing you that something else as a little bonus immediately after. I didn't even know we had it. I literally did not know we had it. So thank you very much, AliTarGz, for indirectly showing me something I didn't know that we had. Factoids. Because factoids. Idi Amin, the former president and military leader, general and whatever of Uganda, bought over 1,000 kilts for his marching bands. It's the very first thing you think of when you think of the Ugandan army is kilts, isn't it? Anyway, yes, close ties obviously with the Commonwealth, and Scotland is part of the Commonwealth to this day. Anyway, NZ Beehive, a Parliament building by AliTarGz. Done an excellent job. What do you expect? No less from Ali, no less. And they've shown me that we come down here. Where is it? Teeny weeny thing there, that little dot there. Here it is. Beehive. And now I'm guessing this is vanilla. I don't know, it just showed up. And where did you come from? Yes, beehives. We have beehives. Probably part of the Park Life DLC, I would imagine, but I do not know. All I know is we got 2 beehives in today's map. And there's the sting. And here's a sting as well. The sting is getting you to click the button in the top right hand corner of your screen. Is this a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. Use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Click the I button now in the top right corner of your screen to take you to the voting page where you can vote for free with a Facebook, Gmail, Apple or a free Patreon account. But what do I think of today's map? Well, aesthetically, I think it's strong. I like the overall design. I'm not excited by the detail. The little feature areas don't really add much for me. But take them away, I still think we've got a pretty strong map. In fact, it might even be a bit stronger. I'm going to go 4 stars, but I'm going to go low 4. Detail. They've tried really hard, and there's not really much wrong with it. A little bit of trees on the road. The feature areas don't really add anything from my viewpoint. There are a couple of nice things, but it just doesn't grab me. So I'm going to go for a high 3. I really wanted to give this 4, but I just can't do it. Gameplay potential, I will go for 4 for this one. I'm going to go for a low 4. I think it's just a great buildable space with lots of highways, and I would say the feature areas detract from it. That's just doesn't really work for me. But anyway, Potomac Plateau, I keep saying mountains. That's where I'm going wrong here. Plateaus by Ashlanky 62. I don't know, it's gone off my screen now. Ashlanky anyway. Thank you very much for that. I like the map. I like the map. I think it's one of those things that part of map design is knowing where to put in feature areas and where not to bother. I quite like your big circle though. What is that? What is that? I need to know. Anyway, if you're still here, you're part of the 20 and out elite. Use the words of the day into the comments. Score yourself some population points just for fun. We'll be back tomorrow with another What's Map.